Hello there, everyone. This is SoulSilver17, and let me just say usual. I did on this picture, not paid video. Alright, okay. So here's the thing. It's 2 something in the morning. I wanted to figure out where I wanted to go with this story, and where this part is, and I couldn't figure out until now. It's just a little bit of it, and yeah. So let's go with this. I am going to, have to pause the video at one point and trying to figure out the guy I said that has, yellow, has blonde hair and green eyes. I'm going to try and figure out his name again. I was about to make it, then I went out and all that, and then I stopped, and I wanted to, wait till 11:30, didn't make it, and it just got, because I didn't know what to do. So yeah, also, Elaine, I'm changing the last part instead of fight. She is the goddess of wealth still and glory. So, yeah. So, anyways, last time we left off though was after Belle, was taken to his room by Elaine, and she, and Mark was also there. So, basically, they are going into the dungeon in this part right away. I am gonna give him certain things that someone said I should have done something. And I'm saying I'm gonna do it in this part. So yes, just know he is gonna get 2 new weapons and a new outfit instead of a cloak. It's gonna it's gonna be it's gonna be something that everyone may hate. But if you wonder why, it's because someone made a comment, and I'm not afraid to bring in certain things into my what ifs to combine it. So yeah. Alright, anyways, let's get into this. This is What If Belle Was Betrayed Part 2. Alright. So, as Belle is waking up by the sun, when because it's the morning, basically. The sun is rising and everything. He just wakes up and just yawns. He doesn't really care how long it is, but he just wants to go into the dungeon, go and kill some monsters. So, he gets dressed and all, then he goes over to Mark's room. He knocks on the door. He goes, "Mark, you up? Mark." God, no. He's sleeping in. So he opens up the door. He goes, "Hey, I know you're a wolf, but come on, you gotta." He doesn't see Mark in his bed. He goes like, "Wait, is he?" As he just says, "Oh yeah, we get breakfast here probably." Or was he having a nightmare? Sometimes he has those. He says, eh. So he's walking down. I mean, he'll close the door and starts walking down to the pub. But on the way, he stopped by Elaine's room as he knocks on it. He goes, Elaine, you there?" She's not there. No one answers. He's not gonna go in. So he just walks down and he sees Elaine's helping out with cleaning along with Mark. He's like, "Am I the?" He says, "Really?" He goes like, "Why did nobody wake me up?" And Mark and Elaine look at him, along with Mina, Mia. Ugh. Memory sucks on names. Give me a second. Mia. Yeah. She says, "Oh, Belle, you're up." He goes, "Yeah, didn't no one wake me up to help out? Mark told us that you need your sleep. You don't really sleep much anymore." He goes, "Mark, I know why you did it. Thank you, but if it's something like this, I don't mind helping out." Mark just kind of rubs the back of his head. He was like, "Yeah, sorry, Belle. It's no problem. Alright, what can I do?" As Mina says, you can help clean the dishes with Sarah. I'm saying it like that. That's how I believe it's pronounced. Really. And she's here early, so she's helping out. And he goes, "All right, I got this." So he goes in, and he just starts helping her out. They chat, they catch up, and then he tells her that he owns a place in a town not too far from here. Well, actually, is a couple hours walk where I did it. So, but still, I own a place. Which she just stops working, and she was like, and she just screams, "What?" And he goes, "Yeah, I mean, I can get there easily. I can teleport." So, well, actually, I don't teleport. I really just cut into the fabric of space and time and go through it and basically able to go over. It's a lot more easier than, but I consider it a shortcut. So she goes, okay. And Mina, comes in and asks what's wrong, along with Elaine. And Bill just tells them, goes like, "Oh, I just told her I own a place and I can easily get there, from here to there easily." And Elaine goes, "Wait, what? You own a place and you're, here?" It was like, "Yeah, it's not here in the city." She goes, "Really?" He goes like, "Yeah, I mostly had to take a walk, couple hours to it and back." As Mark says, he comes in and he goes, "Oh yeah, I mean we've been there a couple of times because of your gear. Sometimes you have to go back there to repair it or something. Yeah, and the townspeople were really nice too. I mean, heck, I rebuilt it from what it was. I mean, it's pretty nice now." Mark just agrees. He goes, "Sorry I didn't, when I was living there, I couldn't really do much." Belle just laughs it off, says, "Yeah, but hey, it's alright." Anyways, and let's get these dishes done. As he looks at Sarah, she just nods. So after getting that all done, uh, okay, I was to say Erina. I mean Elaine, just like tells them to come over here before they go into the dungeon, and they do, and they ask, "Okay, so I just have a quick question for you, Bill. Do you wear armor at all?" And he goes, "Not really. I always just wore this cloak, and you can tell by it's being ripped, so I gotta find something new." And, Mark here usually just wore like a normal outfit. He's pretty durable since he's a werewolf, but we're gonna just start going from level 1, I mean, not level 1, from floor 1 all the way down to floor 12. That's the plan for the day. But we'll go to floor 5 if Mark can't handle it. She goes, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah, but we're gonna go down if we're having too much of an easy time till floor 12. We'll go to floor 15 or floor 20, because I mean, honestly, it's freaking easy killing monsters. But we'll get the cores and take on any missions we can. All right." She goes, "All right, just be careful, both of you." He goes, "We will." So Mark and Belle go up to their rooms, get their gear on, and start heading out. Sarah, just comes over and gives Belle his lunch like she would in canon. He just kind of smiles and says thanks, but you don't really have to no more. But she goes, "I know, it's just a force of habit." It goes, "I've been gone for a year and I live here. Of course, I'm gonna be a customer." She goes, "No, you idiot." He goes, "Huh? It's good luck charm." She says with a blush, and Belle just laughs. He just says, "All right," and he just pats her on the head. And he was like, "See you around." And then he looks at the goddess and he goes, Oh, goddess. I have a quick question to ask you. She goes, if we come back and we get like a lot of money, will we have a feast? And Mark just looks at him with a smile. Was like, "Oh, first time in the dungeon for me. You want to try to get me a feast party, huh?" Belle just says, I mean, it wouldn't hurt." And Elaine, just starts laughing. She goes, "All right, if you go to floor 20 and you come back safe, we'll throw a party, okay?" And Belle and Mark just look at each other, high five, and he just goes, "This is gonna be too easy." So they just start walking off. Mia just says, "Are we really gonna have a party?" They come back from floor 20, and Elaine says, "Yes, actually. So just in case, we better get some preparations. If not, then well, we can at least serve the food and charge it a little bit more than normal." Mia just laughs at that, saying, "You're evil when it comes to business." She says, "I am the goddess of wealth. Of course I am." And Sarah, just looking at Elaine, she goes, "Elaine, your face is a little red." And she goes, "Huh? Oh, I guess it is. So is yours." And they're just realizing something. They're like, "Oh no!" Like Sarah's realizing maybe she's fallen in love with Belle the way he looks now, and like his personality is still the same. So and well, Elaine never really had like any like this sort of way someone talking to her like this. Mostly it was just like Belle. The way he said it was like I just wanted to have like a little bit of fun, a fun tone in his voice. So it was like she's not used to that because of other gods. So yeah. So anyways, I gotta stop now so I find his name real quick. Hold on. Okay, I found his name. But anyways, so while Mark and Belle are walking, through the town, Belle says, "Hey Mark, let's get you some armor real quick." "All right." And he goes, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah. We don't want to be too careful. We want to be careful with you. I mean, I know you're high and all. Your stats are pretty high for level 1 because you're a werewolf. But come on, man." He goes, "All right, sure, let's go." So him and Belle, walk around the town a little bit. It's like early in the morning anyway, so shops are just opening up, and they find a the exact same, well, right, the exact same shop that Erina showed, Belle. So Belle is just not gonna like he's gonna get his own armor from a specific area where I am putting it in, like the dungeons that Belle's clan, the oh god, I should remember them. The Reapers. Hold on. Oh, the Deathbringers. Yeah. They had a Pacific, you know, dungeons where I said, but they have a couple of them inside the dungeon that everyone goes to in the city, where Belle and Mark is in, which they don't know. It's secret to only them. So Belle will find out about it. But yeah. So, anyways, they go to the shop and Belle and Mark find some armor. They find Welf Krullen. No, not the Krullen. Just Welf's armor. WELF. Welf. Ugh. Yeah, Welf Krausel's armor. And he goes, "Huh, I like this. Hey Belle, maybe get a couple of stuff for your arms and such, even your leg and chest area. I mean, your chest. He goes, sure. Why not? I got the money. So they pay for it, and he's pretty surprised that they bought it. And he goes, hey, looks like it's good armor. Light, durable. I won't need it, really. But, hey, it's better than nothing. Never can be too careful on anything with a dungeon. So, the man agrees. They basically, pay for it and leave. And they stop by the guild hall where they get their quests and everything. So they go to get Belle's old helper or handler. Ina. I think it was Ina. I think it's pronounced Ina now. Eina. Ina. I just really good calling her Anna. Mine just did that on me. So it's Ina. Focus on the E. Iana? Maybe it's Iana. Ina? Okay, I'll figure it out later. I'll go back and watch the English dub. So, anyways. Yeah, so he says, oh, hey, Ina. And she goes, Belle, you're going to the dungeon so soon? He was like, yeah, I want to get, an early start on it. Me and Mark have to go in. Mark has to gain some more level up a little bit more. And me, I just need to go in there just to, get some money. Got any quests we can do while we're down here? She goes, no, first off, we gotta register Mark. And since your license as an adventurer is still here and all, we just have to check to see your stats. And he goes, you already saw them yesterday, you heard about it. He goes like, it's protocol, Belle. And he goes, fine, whatever. Can't cut me some slack, even though I just came back after a year. I'm hurt. I think I'm gonna cry. As Mark just starts laughing. He goes, really? Now of all times, Belle. He goes like, whatever, shot. Ina just says, well, you change. He goes, yeah, bae. It's funny. I'm a funny guy now. She just grins and just smiles and goes, whatever, Belle. All right, Mark, we have to see your, stats. And Belle, yours too is like, you're going to tell me I can go to all floors even though I'm just level 1. Because doesn't matter. We got to see. So she, gets Mark's stats down, skills, abilities, and all that. And, well, with Belle, his register, for a license is done and easy. With Belle, as soon as she looks at the stats, she still can't believe it, and he's only level 1. So she just says, even though you are level 1, and it says level 1s cannot go down any further, you can go to as many floors as you want. Alright? And he goes, okay. So getting quests, and he says, yeah, we got a couple of quests. There are a couple on floor 5, 6, and 7, and then on to 15 and 20. He goes, we'll take all of them. He goes, really? He goes like, yeah. So they take it, and the 5, 6, and 7 are to gather like ore, metal, and to find a missing item that they lost there. And the 15 and 20 are just to kill monsters. So, Mark is just happy about this. He goes, alright, let's go kill some monsters. I'm ready. I'm so pumped. And Bill just says, chill. They're gonna be not like the monsters we faced. But strange. As they looking at like killing the monsters are, at floor 15 and 20. As Mark says, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, Ina. are they like monsters that are supposed to be that are saying like unknown? What do they describe like? Some are she's saying like some are basically two-headed dogs, a snake with snake and they can breathe ice or fire, and some other different type of creatures. As Mark and Belle just open their eyes widen as he tells her, do not allow anyone in the dungeons on those floor levels through 15 and 20. She was why? It was like no one can kill those things. They don't have no crystals. And they go like what? He goes, listen to me, all right? Okay, they cannot be killed by people of any level or stats. Me and Mark can kill them because, well, we fought them before. They're really hard to kill unless you have someone like me or Mark on the side. And Ina's just wondering what are you talking about. He was like, never mind, come on, let's go. So Mark just says right, and they just rush out of the area as oh god, hold on. Sorry about that. Bella and Mark are leaving. Like, they pass somebody with blonde hair and is known as the Sword Princess Eyes. As he's just in a rush. He doesn't care who. He bumps into her and says sorry, and she's like, "Huh? Is that? No, it couldn't be." And it is Belle. We can't like go this slow. We don't know who's down there. Right. Let's speed it up. As Belle and him just start dashing, like are blitzing through to the dungeon, which everyone's seeing. They're like wondering what the, which even Eyes is like looking at them like, whoa. I mean, just like in shock and awe. She says, "Whoa, that's amazing." So she decides, well, she basically, is already about to go down there when her team's saying, like, Eyes, what are you doing? He goes, like, following those guys. And they see that the cloud does. And Loga is, like, already, remembering every single time he goes into the dungeon about Belle punching him into his face into the wall of the dungeon's, like, entrance. He says, if I ever find that white hair, red eyes brat, I'm gonna literally make sure he regrets it. So, yeah. So, she says, whatever, come on. And, they just go in. Like, they're just going in because she wants to. So, monsters are coming out. Mark and Belle are just starting to fight off these monsters. Like, they're just, like, going through for floor 1. They're just rushing, killing the monsters. Going to floor 2, just killing them easily. Like, they're just slicing right through. They're not using no magic, no, like, anything. And Belle's just cutting them like ease. Mark is just fighting with ease. Mark just uses his claws, no fists. But he can use his fists if he wants to. So, they're just going down. They get all the way, like, in, I'm just saying about, not an hour, but about in like 30 minutes since they're blitzing it. They're getting down all the way to floor 10. Yes, Mark is a werewolf, so he can actually do this. And Belle can too, because his stats are all freaking maxed. They're like level 99. All of them. So, yeah. Well, anyways, they get to floor 10. The monsters are starting to get a little bit strong, getting stronger, only by a little bit. And Belle's saying these aren't the ones. And you're like, all right, and they've been picking up the cores too. Belle's been slicing them. He's been slashing them. They grab the cores as soon as they burst. They're not being stupid. They're getting it for the money. So they're going down, and while they were rushing, they also got the freaking materials. I mean, the items that they needed, even the lost one. And now, like, after 27, no, another 30 minutes pass, they get down to floor 15. the monsters that they see are fighting other monsters, and they're like, God, there must be a whole lot of them now. This must have opened up as soon as I got here. There must have been no. He says there must have been something that opened up here. So he goes, wait, you mean? Yeah, another dungeon just for me. And maybe you now. And Mark just smiles like, oh, these creatures are gonna go down. As his claws are just like gleaming with light on them. He goes, alright, let's do this, Bell. As they like, right. So they just start killing the monsters. Like, these monsters are the one Bell had to fight. So everything, he's actually using his magic. He's using his ice magic to freeze them, while Mark just uses his claws that have light magic on them to slice them right through them. They're just going through them with ease. They're not stopping. They're just going through it. They're killing every single monster on the floor. They go all the way down to floor 16. The monsters are a lot more stronger now. They're just using their teamwork to effectiveness. Basically, all the way up to floor 20, they've been just conserving the MP just because they think a dungeon for Bell is the one that they're gonna have to use a lot of it on because of the boss. And unknowns to them, there have been people following them. Eyes has been following nearly behind them. Not very close, like really like 2 floors, they're like 2 floors down from them. And basically when they get to floor 20, I'm talking about like Mark and Bell, they just halfway through it after killing the monsters, they hear a scream. And they hear, and it sounds like a couple people. And Ed Mark says, crap, there's, as Bell goes, I know, let's do this. As then Bell uses his shadow magic. He grabs Mark, and all of a sudden they turn into a black mist and just starts dashing forward really quickly. And all you see is like a figure of shadows just like going right through everything, like monsters and all, until they get to the destination of the scream. They see a couple of girls. Couple, I mean like three. 3 girls, 4 guys. Because, and one of them is Luke. And, Belle, like, de-transforms, and, they're, like, saying, look, we have to get out of here. And he goes, like, I know, we've been trying to get out of here. We just keep on running endlessly. Ran out of magic potions. I don't know what we can do. Sorry, guys. I knew we could have got down to level 20, but this isn't what they're supposed to be. We should have never opened up that dungeon. I mean, that way they said we should have never even gone near that gate. It was, I know, I'm sorry. As in, like, a monster with an... Basically, this is one of the creatures that has an axe. It's a horned... Not a minotaur, but it is a different type of horn. Let's say it's like a lion. No, and a troll like, with bull-like horns. But like it's way more buffer and stronger looking. As I was like about to throw down his axe down into Luke's head, and then all of a sudden, he just hears. Basically, Bell just comes out of nowhere and blocks it with his scythe, and that's all he's been using, his scythe, to kill these like monsters. As then Bell just takes out the dagger and just says, "Having fun without me, eh, Luke?" Shadow magic. As then all of a sudden the magic of the shadow magic goes around the blade. As then he just sticks the dagger right into the troll's head and killing it. As then it starts to fade away, it starts to disintegrate, leaving no core behind. As Luke just says, Belle? As everyone just says, wait, this is Belle? Belle crawling in the flesh? He goes, so I guess Hestia has been telling about me. Let me guess, she's been saying how weak I am. It doesn't matter. Get out of here. We clear most of the monsters. It was Mark, as then they see Mark just having his claws, and so it says, there's he puts both of his hands together and says, take this. Lights of the Shining Dragon! And then it just shoots it out as then, it just spreads in every corridor of, every monster that's supposed to, be there. As it says, it's all clear now. As they go, how are you? He goes, don't worry about it. These are the only things we can kill. Your weapons broke off of them, right? As, or broke or bounced off of them, right? As Luke nods. He goes, yeah. Let me just double check if I got that right. Okay. Alright, I messed up the name. Lewis. I said Luke. My fault. My bad. It's Lewis. This Lewis is just saying, I don't know why. It was easy. Only a Deathbringer and his former servant can kill these creatures. She goes, what? What do you mean? He was like, nothing. Mark. The drill, right? As he nods, he goes yeah. Find the boss room as soon as possible before, they try to overrun this place, try to take his own territory. He goes, yeah. As Bell just holding the scythe, he's getting really serious now. That he has dagger in hand, and he just says, and he just has, as an all of a sudden, he says, fire. Death fire. As in it's just green. As Mark is just saying, so we're getting serious now, huh? He goes, yeah, I never thought this would be so much fun. As and then all of a sudden he hears a couple people coming down, running towards them. He goes, let me guess. That girl that you bumped into, Mark says. He goes yeah, let's see who it is first. He goes, alright, probably just some losers. Bell. Who cares? Let's just see. As then all of a sudden, Ice appears. Loga. Well, Beta. Appears. Finn. Appears. Tiana and Tona. Appears. And let me see what else. Oh, Riviere appears. And as everyone just sees, and goes, "What? How did you?" He goes, "Oh, it's the Sword Princess. Eyes, right?" As Belle says, to her, as she nods, he goes "It's been a year since I've seen you." She nods and he goes, how have you been?" Which Belle just smiles and goes, just killed a whole bunch of monsters, got stronger from it, and came and killed more of these monsters. As in, one, monster that's that looks like a bug, appears out of nowhere trying to, kill Mark and Belle, as both of them just slice it in half. They weren't even looking as they just synchronize their slashes together. As everyone sees them, they just, they're looking dead, serious, scare. They had this dead serious face as Luca sees it. Lucas just sees it. And he goes, what? He's just thinking, he goes, what is what are they? And then they just get back out of it. He goes like, so, I love to talk and catch up, but I gotta go down that path where the monsters are coming from. And you can have these guys get back up to floor 14 or 10. Alright, we already cleared out most of those monsters, so there shouldn't be any more spawning. For about another, hour or so. As you know, I just says, what do you mean? He's like, man, don't worry about it. Mark, I gotta go. He goes, Bell, you're the one who's talking. Stop acting like I was the one who's talking. He was like, whatever, dog boy. Let's just get out. Let's just get this over with. I feel like we got enough stuff and we got what we needed. We already killed the monsters that we had to. Like, true. 4 to 5 quests done in one day. Not bad, right? Yeah. So as Belle and him just start walking off, then they start jogging. And then all of a sudden they just start running. As what they see is a blur is happening from them. But they hear all these monsters are just dying very quickly. Isis and Luca is just saying to themselves, what are they? And everyone else is saying, what the? And Loga, or Beta, I'm saying, is just saying, was that Bell? No, no, he was, no, 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 no. Um, he's just having a flashback of Bell punching him. Now he's thinking, he nearly broke my face. He cracked my face when he did that one punch to me. If he did that against me now, as you have an image of his head blowing up, he says, I need my head, I need my head, I need my head. And he's all saying this inside his mind. So, yeah. But anyways, we're going back to Belle and Mark. So, Belle and Mark find the entrance to the dungeon that Belle has to go into. He goes, clear this dungeon, then we get out of here, they'll close and seal it forever. Mark says, yep, come on, let's go. So they walk in, and they already see a couple of monsters waiting for them. Ooh. Sorry, and Belle just says, aw, you guys are too nice. You wait for us. Shadow hellhounds. As in all of a sudden, the shadows around them have hellhounds, and these monsters back away from them. It was like, how cute. You're afraid. Eat. What? No, he doesn't say eat. He tells them, hunt. As they just start running and killing the monsters. As Luke goes into his wolf form, just start running with them. And they just start freaking... one of them goes right onto him, which covers him in shadows. In a shadow, mist. And they just start attacking, each and every monster while Belle's just walking through. Just looking for the boss room. Mark, and the shadows do come back. And Mark comes back with, he comes back saying there was a door that we couldn't open. Usually the boss room always has a door wide open for you, Belle. And he goes, true. Alright, let's go see it. As, Belle and him, Mark shows Belle where the door is. As when they get there, Belle goes, huh, I wonder what's behind here. As, next thing you know, Belle just touches it, and then the door just suddenly glows and opens. He goes, that's weird. Alright. So they go in with Belle has his dagger out and his scythe still on him. So they go in with a caution. No. Being cautious and all that, and then they see something. 2 swords. One black with a weird shape. And another one, green. Everything's green on it. But the blade, it starts going, like, it's straight until a certain point where it goes into itself, comes, like, it goes in, curves, comes back out, and starts to a point. While the black one has a weird design with it, and, well, and right then there's a jacket, like, right behind them. He just says, "What the? Is this armor? No way." As Mark just says, "Yeah, I wonder who left it here for you. Deathbringers only use scythes, but there were a few of them also use swords. One of them was a dual wielder, I remember, but it couldn't be him. I mean, he was a legend. I mean, like, not the very first, but he was the 25th one. And he became a legend because he did something no one else could." And Bella just asked, "What do you mean?" I was like, "He killed something that was somewhat close to a god. A titan." And Bella looks and was like, "Wait, titans are real?" He goes, "Yes, gods are real, titans are real." I mean, this titan was, no one could kill it, not even Zeus, but Deathbringers, they can kill anything. Which, that's how we found out. Well, that's how all the Deathbringers found out, and the gods, that, yeah, Deathbringers can kill anything. And that is why the Deathbringers, fell. Like, they left that after that. And so that's why they went into hiding from the gods. They go like, "Yeah, it's alright. Let's see these blades that kill a titan." As Bell, walks over them, he grabs them. He goes, "Huh, they feel really weird. One's powerful, fast, and strong, while the other one's heavy, yet its attacks can be really quick." Hmm. All right. Mark says, "Hey, you can probably, switch out the jacket. I mean, the cloak that you have on for the jacket." And he goes, "Yeah, true." So that's what he does. He basically takes it off, throws it aside, grabs. No, no, he doesn't throw it aside. He basically puts it around his waist, puts on the jacket, and pretend sort of online Kirito's jacket when he's, the Black Swordsman. I'm trying to think of which one. When he's fighting the monster that has a snake tail and a big giant sword, and you couldn't, like, use the teleport crystals out there. Yeah, that jacket. And if you're wondering, yes, these are the swords, but they look a lot more. I'm gonna have them do some different things. The design of them looks similar, but there's weird symbols on them. The blades, like weird symbols going onto, like, the blade, so like the flat ends, and the green crystal. No, it's all green. As Bell is taking a closer look, there's a red crystal on it. He goes, "What the? What is this for?" As when he basically just touches it, the the blade itself starts to not grow, but more like it starts to have fire on it. And Bell just says, "What the? Why?" Mark just is shocked, was like, "Huh, that's amazing. What about the black one? The black and white one?" As Bell just goes, "I don't know, maybe," as in Bell just starts turning as a black mist is started going around it. He goes, "So shadow magic? These swords must absorb my magic." As Mark says, that sounds pretty possible, or maybe the person had the same type of magic as you. They don't know, but so Bell looks for like the sheaths of them, and he finds them. He puts it on his back, and you know he just starts walking along. He leaves the room. The room closes, and there was nothing really there. They already checked. There's nothing there. So Bell and him like get out of there, and they just go over to the boss room. The boss is a big, giant. No, the boss is basically a snus. Almost say, since it is a snake. It's a snake that it's in a like an Orochi, but the only difference is that it has many heads. This like this snake can do pretty like multiple different types of like magic, and it can combine all of them together to form like one big blast or something. I know, I'm just trying to think of something epic, and I need to get some sleep. So, yeah, I'm gonna hurry up. This part's being a rush. As Bell just says, "All right, let's test out these new swords." So he puts the siphon into the pocket dimension that he has. He pulls out the swords, and he just starts like swinging around his hand. He's gonna, and then he starts like cutting for the air, and he's just gonna feel for them. As then Mark is like using his claws as a distraction, kind of right into the beast. As then Bell just says, "All right, let's do this." As then he just rush rises in. He cuts off one of no, he cuts off the tail of the monster. Then he turns around. He basically like runs, slides, cuts it off, slides, basically turning, and then kicks up his feet onto the wall, and basically like he was sliding, his right foot was out, it stopped, and he basically like almost hit his face with the wall, but he stopped himself, and he goes, "All right, so that's the tail down. Now we have to go for the heads." All right, here we go. So he just runs forward. He tells Mark, "Get down!" As then he puts some magic into his sword, and then he just does two slashes, as it basically goes right into the Orochi. As then Mark jumps, gets up and jumps forward, and just uses his light magic to make a slash right into the Orochi, cutting it into pieces. Well, three different sections, but yeah. And Bell thinks it's done, but just in case, he basically just burns the freaking monster's body, and it was screaming. So they basically it was about to come back to life, and he goes, "Well, that's over with. Let's get out of here." So yeah, so they leave. It closes, and then it just like disappears. Like rocks start to come around it, and then boom, it's like gone. Bill just says, "All right, we gotta go to floor 15 or 10." As basically Mark nods. So basically, they just rush over to 15. They check all around. No one was there. They get to 10. And, well, the people were there. As he says, "Are you guys all right? You know what happened and all that?" Everyone's shocked to see that they're alive and such. So, you know, it's a shocking because the monsters how strong they were. Eyes wants to ask him questions, but Bell says, "We gotta get out of here." Yeah, let's take my shortcut. Hold on one. Alright, so they said they get out of the dungeon, and they like in the guild hall, and they're basically like, "What the?" As Mark and Bell just showed their crystals to Edna, and they say like, "Here we go." And here's the quest, what they got done and such. There was no, like, crystals for the beast on the 15th through 20th floor, so, but that's all taken care of. So you can, like, give people to go permission to go down there now. As you go, so what happened? He goes like, and they explained it, and they like, Edna does not believe it, but Belle, like, he hasn't. She just knows he has a new outfit, the twin swords, and she goes like, oh, okay. So yeah, so basically she gives him their money, and then Belle says we gotta go back to my place real quick. All right. So Belle just cuts open well, shortcut to it, as in they go to it. Basically, they go to the town. They're going for the town, and they're saying hi to everyone. The mayor comes up and says, "Belle, you're visiting? Yeah, I just want to get into my house real quick, just to level up my gear, my new weapons and such." And it's like, all right. So basically, I did not own anything from Sword Art Online. But anyways, yeah, they go in to the house after saying hi to everyone. They Well, Bell does his things with his his new weapons, and his jacket. It increases a lot, so it's level 99, level 99, level 99, and then basically Mark's armor he increases to the same thing. So yeah. So out of that, they go back to the he cuts open another hole through space and time. Just get back to the city. As after that, they go to the pub, which Elaine, came back and they asked, "Where were you?" And she asked Belle, "Why do you have a new outfit?" And he goes like, "Oh, because there was a dungeon, one of the dungeons that I could do in there. So there may be more, and after this, we're gonna have to, get our stats checked out." So she goes, "All right." So after this, they explained it more. She goes, "Okay, let's get your stats checked." So they go upstairs into Elaine's room. She checks Belle's stats. It's is level 2. She's amazed by that now. But then Mark is also level 2, and his endurance, speed, strength went up along with his intelligence was always high. So yeah, even with his dexterity and durability has been increased. And so, they go down because they say they got to level 20, and she believes them. So they just start celebrating foods, like good food, delicious. Basically they just have it's partying until they have to leave, and then, well, yeah. So basically, that's where I'm gonna leave it off. Belle basically went to bed afterwards along with Mark after helping out clean up and just in general. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna off everyone. I do hope you all have a nice day, night, wherever you are. Just all be safe. All right, bye everyone.